Hey, konnichiwa, minasan, it's Gray from Wakizashi's Teahouse over in Japan. How are you doing? Are you good? Are you Genki? Are you ready for some Wonder Woman action? Okay, I have a review of Absolute Wonder Woman, issue 1, part of DC's All In, and part of the Absolute, well, basically Elseworlds line of comics. We've had Absolute Batman so far. This is Absolute Wonder Woman, written by Kelly Thompson. It's got art by Hayden Sherman, colours by Jordi Belair. So, what you want to know is it worth picking up? Is it any good? Well, I've got to say, as an opening issue, I enjoyed it. I had a fun read. It's a fairly simple story, but it's a lot of setup, of course. It's setting up, what's going to come. It's great seeing the fact that Cersei is in this. One of Wonder Woman's oldest foes or biggest foes, more recent foes anyway. She is playing a kind of mother role, and she's narrating the story at the beginning. We see how baby Diana, where she came from, where she grew up, which is very different again in this story. And I like that side of it. We see gods in here. We've got Apollo. We hear about Zeus. So yeah, it's good. A bit of mythology. And I've got to shout out the art. Now, I'm not that familiar with the artist. Just double checking. Yeah, it is Hayden Sherman. But I like what I see in here. Do you know what? This gives me a little bit of the Daniel Warren Johnson Wonder Woman Dead Earth vibes. It's not as raw and rough and scratchy, gritty as that, but it has a similar kind of kinetic feel to it. There's a lot of movement in the action scenes. Some of the angles, the perspective of Wonder Woman coming at you, attacking with a huge berserk style sword. Yeah, it's good. I enjoyed it. So the story's pretty fairly simple, but as I say, hopefully it's going to move from here. So as an opening issue, let's see, I'm going to give this, a strong 7.5 out of 10. And as I say, I've heard some mixed things about the art, but for me, it really works. I like it. I really like this style, and I think it suits the book. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll show some of the pages inside the book, talk about what I liked, give you some of the story, but won't spoil too much. So if you want to see inside the book, please keep watching. Here we go. Okay, we open in a very pastel-y looking gateway city, looking down from above. A strange sound rips through the sky and it startles a reporter. We see a cameraman and I guess it's a news presenter there or a journalist. He's panicking. Well, they both are. The journalist tells the cameraman to get up and have a look. What do you see? Is it still out there, that thing? And this is what we see in the sky. Unknown object appears over Gateway City coast. As the reporter is describing the scene behind him, suddenly we see, from this strange inverted pyramid, creatures come flying out. Oh my God! These strange red-winged beasts come down and start attacking the people below. Then we get this fantastic double-page spread by the artist Hayden Sherman here. Just watch this winged warrior come flying in on a skeletal beast. Obviously, it's Absolute Wonder Woman. We see her reaching into what appears to be a bag or a pack she's carrying, and then she draws out the most ridiculous, longest, giant, berserk-style sword and chops up these beasts. We get narration describing the figure here. And the princess had all the gifts any princess could hope to have. Beauty, grace, compassion, kindness, wisdom, as well as the ability to outrun a hellhound and conjure the darkest of magics. Things every princess needs when she was raised in hell. Okay, next we go back in time, get some backstory. Years ago, the wild Isle of Hell, prison of the great sorceress, Cersei. So Cersei has been imprisoned on an isle called Hell. Is it in hell? Is it part of hell? It's not clear. She's visited by the sun god, Apollo. He's bringing her something, wrapped in a blanket. He tells her it's hers now. This is a baby. Why have you brought a baby to hell? Gotta say, it's quite a chubby baby. It's like the baby's face is bigger than Cersei's. What's going on there? Yes, I know, maybe it's just closer to, the viewer. But that's quite a chubby looking Diana there, isn't it? What do you reckon? So yes, it is in fact Diana, the princess of Themyscira, which I found very hard to say. Apollo tells Cersei that Diana, the baby, is the last of the Amazons. She's been taken as punishment for their crimes against the gods. So Zeus, Apollo's father, commanded that Diana be taken. And it gets worse. Apollo tells Cersei that you may never say the word Amazon again. We're also told that Diana will never be reunited with her Amazon sisters again, so she's being imprisoned here for eternity. Circe senses that Apollo's afraid of Diana, and she's wondering why. He tells Circe to try and say the word, and then she can't. Here, we're privy to Circe's thoughts, and she's saying that without care, the child will die. She is no mother, and since she was not tasked with keeping her alive, she's just going to leave it to fate. It will take care of itself, she supposes. We see a golden snake approaching the baby. The snake is about to bite when baby Diana catches its mouth and closes it. She throws the snake through the air, much to Circe's surprise. Then we get some very cute scenes of baby Diana playing with some of the creatures of hell, the island of hell. Instead of hurting them, fighting them, it looks like she's winning them over with love, with a baby's innocence. Following this, we get some lovely, beautifully illustrated double-page spreads showing baby Diana slowly growing up. In this double page here, she's a young girl now. Circe is telling Diana about magic, how everything needs magic. Gotta say, I love the little details in the background here. Okay, I'll skip ahead some pages and we're back to Gateway City, now in the present. Wonder Woman approaches the soldier and asking him if he's in charge. He clearly isn't, so she asks to see his superior and then tells him, "You should evacuate all civilians within a mile. They're not actually dead, they've only been stunned. And the creatures that have come out of that strange pyramid, they're not the main things that are coming. Apparently, they were but harbingers for what's to come." Okay, there is still over 10 pages of story to go. I don't want to spoil what happens next, what comes out, what the real big threat is. So, stop the story summary here. Hey, you still here? Okay, brilliant. Thank you for watching this far. Now, I want to show two of the variant covers. These are two that you're supposed to be able to pick up. They're not like a retail exclusive or, you got to buy 25 to get one. This one is the Jim Lee cover. It's a fairly simple one for Jim Lee. Not much background there, but it really does show off the size of her sword, doesn't it? It's huge. Not sure about her face being in shadow, though. I've got to say, well, half the face. I'd like to see, Wonder Woman, Diana's beautiful face. And there's one more, just let me set it up. This one, I really like this one. This is a Wes Craig variant. Very, again, I love using this word recently, kinetic. It's moving, it's flying off the page. She's jumping out at you, what do you call it, not drawing, with a huge sword stroke, gonna take your head off. So yeah, I like this one. I think I like this more than the Jim Lee one. So let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you do read it, what you think of the book, which cover you're going to go for, the main one, the Jim Lee or the Wes Craig. I think there's a couple more as well. So yeah, as always, I'd love to hear from you, and thanks for watching the video. Hope to see you in a future video. This has been Gray from Wakizashi's Teahouse, signing off for the night. Matane.